According to leaks, the next Marvel game from Insomniac will be a spin-off centered around Venom, similar to Miles Morales. The studio plans to release Venom in the second quarter, potentially in the fall of 2025, setting the stage for Marvel's Spider-Man 3. It is also reported that the game will be titled Venom Lethal Protector. Players will primarily control Venom, and the action will unfold in areas of New York infected by Carnage. The events take place after the storyline of the second part of Spider-Man. The game will feature multiple playable characters, including Venom and 2 Spider-Men, with the ability to switch between them. Players can expect 12 main missions, taking up 8 to 10 hours of gameplay. Venom will face off against 3 bosses, capture bases, undergo time trials, and collect various items. With this information, the gaming community is abuzz with excitement as rumors circulate about the possibility of Insomniac Games, the creative minds behind the critically acclaimed Spider-Man series, developing a standalone Venom game. By the way, the plans to make a game about Venom were announced by Insomniac's creative director Brian Intihar 4 months ago. In an interview, he mentioned that the team has a bunch of ideas for this project. Personally, I believe that even before the release of Spider-Man 2, the studio had concepts and clear plans for Venom, as such statements are not made casually. Of course, everyone is curious about who will be the host of Venom this time. I don't want to see Harry Osborn because his storyline logically concluded. In terms of a solo project, the ideal protagonist is Eddie Brock. I am confident that he exists in Insomniac's game universe, and it's time for the developers to introduce him into their projects, showcasing a more anti-heroic Venom as seen in the movies with Tom Hardy. I think the audience would enjoy playing as Brock. Introducing him into the storyline is straightforward, and if we pay attention to the announced title of the game, Lethal Protector, it logically suggests the debut of the classic Venom from the comics. It can be assumed that the game's plot will be based on the comic of the same name. Lethal Protector is a 6-issue miniseries published by Marvel Comics, portraying Venom as more of an anti-hero than a villain. The storyline follows Eddie Brock, also known as Venom, as he attempts to start a new life in San Francisco after reaching an agreement with Spider-Man to leave each other alone as long as Venom doesn't commit any crimes. It seems that the game's setting will simply be changed to New York to directly tie Venom's storyline with Spider-Man 3. Insomniac's portrayal of New York City in Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 set a new standard for open-world gaming. If the Venom game becomes a reality, we can anticipate an even more extensive and dynamic world. We expect additional boroughs to be available for exploration compared to the previous 2 titles. Imagine swinging between towering skyscrapers, crawling up walls, and unleashing Venom's unique abilities in a city bustling with life, both friendly and foe. The game might even take us to other locations off-world as it delves into the cosmic heritage of the symbiote saga. It's worth noting that Lethal Protector is one of Tom Hardy's favorite comic books, and the first film was also based on stories from this series. The primary plot revolves around Venom encountering a group of mercenaries known as the Life Foundation, led by Carlton Drake. Their goal is to create a utopia for wealthy clients in the event of a supposed catastrophic occurrence. To achieve this, they plan to use symbiotes like Venom to bond with and protect their clients. During an attempted ambush by the Life Foundation, Venom uncovers the existence of 5 new symbiotes created by the organization. These symbiotes, offspring of Venom, manage to escape, triggering a citywide hunt for their whereabouts. As the narrative unfolds, Venom finds himself forming an alliance with Spider-Man to thwart the Life Foundation and apprehend the rogue symbiotes. The storyline delves into themes of redemption, trust, and the repercussions of Venom's actions. It also explores Eddie Brock's endeavor to establish himself as a hero and protector of the innocent, all while grappling with the inherently violent nature of the symbiote. Venom Lethal Protector holds significance as one of the early stories that portrayed Venom more as an anti-hero rather than a straightforward villain. The series laid the groundwork for the intricate character development of Venom in subsequent comic book arcs and adaptations across various media. Indeed, it's not advisable to expect Insomniac's writers to replicate the exact same plot, especially since it would parallel the storyline of the first film with Tom Hardy. The developers are likely to modify and expand upon many details, ensuring that players who have watched the movies will not only find the gameplay enjoyable, but also encounter cool plot twists and unexpected narrative developments. I believe that for the role of some villains, Insomniac might introduce several symbiotes like Riot and Agony, but they won't be the main antagonist. Ideally, I would love to see the God of Symbiotes Null, but I consider him too expansive for a Venom-centric game. However, I wouldn't rule anything like that out. Insomniac might decide to feature Carnage, who was teased in Spider-Man 2, as the main boss. Yet that seems a bit too predictable. A more intriguing villain could be Orwell Taylor. According to the comic book storylines, Orwell Taylor was a former general in the U.S. Army with two sons, Maxwell and Hugh. Hugh took a job at a supervillain prison called Vault, where during a riot he was strangled by Venom. This incident is a crucial part of the Lethal Protector comic series. In response, Orwell Taylor vows to avenge Venom for the death of his son and assembles a group of super soldiers armed with stolen Stark Industries technology. He names this team Jury, and their primary objective is to destroy Venom. Orwell's elder son, Max, leads the Jury, with the other members being friends of the deceased Hugh. The Jury possesses advanced combat technologies and is equipped with bulletproof armor. In one storyline, they even capture Spider-Man, accusing him of the origin of Venom, and force him to assist in destroying the symbiote. In this context, two key aspects become particularly important: Stark's technologies and Spider-Man's involvement. Indeed, Orwell Taylor and the Jury offer a level of complexity that goes beyond the surface. In the comics, Orwell closely collaborated with the Life Foundation, conducting illicit experiments with symbiotes that granted him access to the company's scientific and financial resources. These experiments ultimately led to the creation of enhanced symbiotes. The speculation that Orwell might utilize Life's resources to empower the Jury members with these symbiotes adds an intriguing layer to the narrative. This could set the stage for a grand final battle where 5 symbiotes stand against 3, Venom and 2 Spider-Men, providing players with an exhilarating and dynamic conclusion. Simultaneously, Orwell can draw attention to the consequences of symbiotes on Earth, especially considering that in Spider-Man 2, Venom left behind a trail of destruction and casualties. This prompts the government to take measures to study symbiotes as potential weapons. Leveraging his connections in the military, Orwell secures immense support from the government. In the comics, there's a character named Peter Crane, a senator who adeptly used the fear of a symbiote invasion to increase his influence and power during the Absolute Carnage storyline. Openly opposing symbiotes, Crane stoked hatred and chaos, instructing everyone to shoot to kill at any suspicious activity. His political strategy proved successful, gaining support both within the US and globally from major corporations and politicians. In the Venom game, we might witness a similar plot where Orwell receives unrestricted authority from the government to eliminate symbiotes, further complicating the moral and ethical dimensions of the storyline. 1. Unique combat style. Fans are eager to see how Insomniac will creatively approach Venom's combat style given its vast difference from Spider-Man's. The inclusion of Venom's symbiotic powers, such as shapeshifting, tendrils, and enhanced strength, is expected to result in a visually stunning and tactically engaging combat system. 2. Dynamic gameplay. Drawing inspiration from Ultimate Spider-Man, players hope to experience a blend of finesse through Spider-Man's acrobatics and the raw power of Venom. The potential inclusion of Spider-Man in a solo title could offer a thrilling gameplay experience where players switch between the two characters, causing destruction as Venom and saving the day as Spider-Man. 3. Iconic villains. Fans anticipate a diverse array of formidable foes in a Venom game. Insomniac's demonstrated ability to bring iconic villains to life raises expectations for the introduction of enemies exploiting Venom's vulnerabilities. Classic Spider-Man adversaries and new symbiote-infused threats, including Carnage and Riot, could provide a range of challenging encounters. 4. Dark visuals. Building on the graphical benchmark set by Insomniac's Spider-Man, fans expect the potential Venom game to deliver a dark and gritty aesthetic. The unique visual effects of the alien symbiote should push the graphical boundaries of current-gen consoles, enhancing the overall immersive experience. 5. Potential cameos. Fans hope for Insomniac to continue seamlessly incorporating Marvel lore into the gaming universe, from cameo appearances by other Marvel superheroes to subtle nods tying into the broader MCU. Fans anticipate the Venom game to contribute to a larger, cohesive gaming experience. The expansion of the Marvel universe in the Venom game could set the stage for future collaborations, crossovers, and standalone games featuring other iconic Marvel characters. Fans are excited about the possibility of seeing Venom fight characters like Wolverine, building on the precedent set by Ultimate Spider-Man. Subscribe.